Welcome to Sam's Russian Adventures. My name's Sam, an English guy who lives in provincial Russia. Now in today's video we're going to be speaking to Babushki. We're going to be asking them questions about their favourite or their brightest memory from the Soviet Union. What beautiful weather, the sun is shining, I feel absolutely incredible. This is like my favourite time of the year because you feel that spring is on the way. After that, spring is like really short and summer will be here soon. Just feels incredible. Look at that huge pile of snow. That's basically our road worth of snow just there. One of the things I love about this time of year is just the days keep getting longer and longer. And it's such a great feeling when you come home from wherever you've been and it's still not dark. There is our wild dog. He looks like a wolf. A couple of people have wrote to me saying, you've got a wolf on your road. I've got the shit trolley again, look. So I want to find something that I can give to Babushki. What can I give to Babushki on the street? I don't know. Is there anything better than Kinder eggs? You want to know how cold it is in Russia? The antifreeze has frozen. Difficult to speak to Babushki. It's really difficult in the town anyway. When you go to villages it's a lot easier. You know, people that are a bit more lonely and got lots of time, they like to speak, but in the town it's a lot more difficult, especially for a foreign guy with a foreign accent. This is like really good videographing. This is not like my blog, this is professional. Здравствуйте. Дай кулачок. С праздником. Пожалуйста. Можно я один очень скромный вопрос спрошу? Расскажи мне самые яркие воспоминания Советский Союз. Может, с детства или что-то?
Пионерский лагерь.
Да?
Самое яркое.
Да? Отлично. А вы куда ходили? Здесь, рядом с Владимиром или где-то?
Нет, я в Оренбургской области.
О, вау, а как получилось, что вы сюда приехали?
Ну, дочь уехала сюда, и потом всех перетянула нас сюда, во Владимир.
И самые яркие воспоминания это пионерский лагерь, да?
Это пионерский лагерь.
Да.
Детство счастливое, все самое.
Отлично, отлично. Спасибо огромное. С праздником.
С праздником и вас.
Спасибо, спасибо. До свидания. I tell you what, it is absolutely freezing today. It is really, really, really cold. I've got an idea. This isn't anything to do with today's topic, but there's a girl sitting there behind the glass and I'm going to go and give her Kinder and see if she accepts it or not. It's going to be quite funny. Let's see. She's kind of sitting there looking out. Let's see. Здравствуйте, вы можете передать ее Kinder, пожалуйста?
Зачем?
Просто так. Без причин.
Спасибо.
Спасибо.
Хорошего дня.
До свидания. Look how modern the people are in Russia. They're like dressed really cool and really modern. Check these two out. Really cool. Boy! Check out these guys. They're just selling cups of tea on the street because it's really cold today. It's really, really cold. No, thank you. Нет, спасибо. So today is a public holiday in Russia. It's the day of the defender of the fatherland. You can see there's people everywhere walking around, but loads of young people. I need to find someone from the older generation who's kind of like hanging around that I can go and speak to. I've seen another potential interesting conversation. Здравствуйте. Дайте кулачок. Кулачок.
Что?
Давайте кулачок. Пожалуйста. Это вам подарок. Можно я один вопрос спрошу?
Все у меня хорошие.
Да?
Специалист
Нет
главный.
никакого самого ярко, может быть, детский лагерь или куда с родителями
Я
ходил или...
росла в деревне у бабушки с дедушкой.
А, да?
Да.
А где это? Здесь рядом
Да,
с
в
Владимиром, да?
Судогодском районе, да.
А, да?
Да.
А вы родились вот здесь, в области, да, получается, да?
Да,
Ага.
Все было замечательно.
Отлично. Хорошо. Ладно. Спасибо огромное.
Вам-
Спасибо.
возьмите кому-то
Вы можете кому-то
взрослому.
подарить?
Да?
Да, подарить
Взрослому?
куда-нибудь.
Спасибо.
Пожалуйста.
Спасибо.
До свидания. This building over here is called the House of Officers. I guess the officers would have, I don't know, lived there or worked there in the past. Look at that cathedral with the sun just beaming off those golden turrets up there, the golden domes. It's a weird feeling when there's loads of tourists in your town because in the theory I'm a tourist, right? Even though I'm not a tourist, it's like my town already. So many years of living here. So I just saw one dude and I was going to go and speak to him and I thought, you know, he's about 70 and I got closer. I was about to go and ask him about the Soviet Union and as I got closer I realised he's probably about 25. Здравствуйте. Дай кулачок. Кулачок. Кулачок, давайте, вот так. С праздником. А можно я один вопрос спрошу? Какая у вас самое яркое воспоминание?
Детство.
Детство, да? А какой-то момент конкретный или все детство?
Все детство.
Да?
А вы откуда?
Я из Англии. Из Англии, да.
Что-то Англия на нас ополчилась вместе с Америкой.
Да, вот сучки, да?
Да.
Да, вот так. Слава богу, я гражданин России тоже.
Да. Россию не победить. На
Спасибо.
пасаран. Они не пройдут.
Ладно, спасибо. Не замерзни?
Нет.
Нет? Здравствуйте.
Здравствуйте.
Дай кулачок. Кулачок. Давайте, не бойся. О, пожалуйста.
У меня маленьких детей.
Вы можете кому-то подарить. Вы найдете кому-то подарить.
Дети.
А, ну хорошо. Вы не хотите им подарить?
Нет, вы подарите.
Хорошо. А можно я спрошу один вопрос? Какое у вас было самое яркое воспоминание в жизни в Советском Союзе?
Школа.
Школа, да?
Школа.
А, интересно. Интересно.
Очень.
Да.
Когда я была в 4 классе, нам сказали, учитель истории нам сказал, я вам так завидую. В 1980-м вы будете жить при коммунизме. Мы вспоминаем это время. И в 1980-м, и тем более сейчас.
Ага.
Так
А
что
вы,
так.
а вы из Владимира, да, или нет?
Мы из Тульской области.
А,
Мы из Тульской области.
понятно. А вы здесь как турист сегодня просто приехали,
Да, мы группы приехали.
А, группы, да?
Да. Вот смотрю, где мои туристки.
А,
Всё, так что
ну ладно, они где-то вот
Вот уже вот они вот одну вижу.
найдут вас. Без вас никуда не уезжают. Ладно, спасибо, очень приятно было пообщаться. This is part of the whole complex of the cathedral and then some more churches down there in the monastery. Здравствуйте. Дай кулачок. С праздником.
Спасибо.
Пожалуйста.
Хорошего
Пожалуйста.
настроения.
Спасибо. Вас тоже. You see, that last dude, from a distance, I thought he was going to be about 60, but you get closer and he's probably about 35, 40, and it's a bit insulting to ask him about the Soviet Union, right? So this park has completely changed over the last 15 years, right? It's got all these fences and stuff now, and it's a lot more civilized. When I first came to Russia, we used to go in this park and get shit-faced. There was no... it was completely different back then. You know, people could drink on the street. I was younger, I didn't really care. And it was a completely different mindset and mentality in Russia at that time. One of the great things about having a YouTube channel, it gets you out there to film things that you probably wouldn't look at. You would just kind of walk past, but because you're making content, you see these things that you don't really appreciate usually. Здравствуйте. Дай кулачок. Это вас.
Спасибо.
Пожалуйста. So over there, the yellow building, that was the nightclub called Fresh 44. It's been a long time since it's been closed. It was like the cool club in Vladimir at the time. Let's take a walk down this tunnel. This is going to take us, well, I'll show you when we get there. Look, Restaurant Panorama. So, Panorama Restaurant. I wonder how long these bricks have been here. Oh wow, look at these little cool lights. They're brilliant, they are. Kind of like lanterns, aren't they? And these windows here remind me of kind of like the Tsarist Russia. Ah, I've never seen these garages before. I've never been aware of them. And the lanterns are on here as well. I don't know if they're what their garage is or if they're maybe... So here we are at the restaurant Panorama, and you can see the church and the monastery over there, the old chemist, that blue one, look. And so yeah, this is like a disputed restaurant because apparently they didn't get planning permission to build the extra 2 floors in their hotel. Well, that's how the story goes anyway. It's very nice here, especially with all the snow, with the contrast to this black metal they've got. And here we've got a few really big houses mixed in with some small ones. That's Russia. And here, this is the kind of summer cafe area. It's very picturesque. Sitting here in summer and just relaxing, enjoying your meal. If you want to stay in this hotel, it's called Panorama. Do you fancy living in one of these houses over here? Look at that, the drains there, they're frozen. Wow. Look at that little window up there in the kind of corner. We're coming out to KFC.
Дарки от души, дегустации до экскурсии. Заходите, гости дорогие.
So I'm back in this shop, choosing which one to get. I think I'm going to go for the Russian flag one. Although the brown one's pretty cool as well, isn't it? It's almost like a bear. I'm thinking either the Russian flag, the black one, or the white one. Which one should I get? Oh man. There's so many people here today, so I'm going to come back another day when it's quiet and make my decision. This guy's really getting into the mood today. Hey! Yo! Daj piet, David. Молодец. Looks like we've got a drunk driver, doesn't want to go on the road, and he's just taken to the pavement. He's trying to jump the queue. This guy is definitely from the Soviet Union, so I'm going to ask him a question. Здравствуйте. Дай кулачок. No, с праздником. С праздником. Вы не хотите? There we go, my first reject today. It was going to happen. I think he looked disgusted that a stranger with a foreign accent was going to give him a Kinder Egg. Everything just looks picturesque today because of the snow, doesn't it? Look at this little walkway down here, how nice does it look? Probably slippy as hell. And down here we have the very exciting sounding Museum of Spoons. Let's take a walk up here, see if we can find our next victim. Walking down these roads never gets old because it's just so picturesque. Здравствуйте.
Пойдем, наш мужчина.
Я хотел ему подарить подарок для праздника. The woman rescued him from my clutches. What do you know about Russian dachas? Look at the ice here on there, it's like a ice rake. It really is cold now. I'm dying to get to a cafe and have a cup of tea. My lips aren't working already, I can't speak properly. Hey, look how these guys have figured how to get around. They're just driving around the pavement instead of, because the road is blocked, right? So these guys just drive around the pavement. How crazy is that? How long has this door been there? Wow, it's been repainted like 50 times. And this is the definition of naglosty. Naglosty. Check out where this guy has parked the car. Huh. This right here is one of the coolest bars in Vladimir. It's called Rum Room. this here used to be a really wild cafe. It was called Babushka, and you would get into fights in this place. It was crazy. This place here is called the House of Chocolate. The House of Chocolate, I should say. Should we go and have a look? I've never been in here before. Let's go and see what it's like. Wow, it's so interesting. О, здравствуйте. Интересно у вас место.
У нас тут дом шоколада.
Ага.
Шоколад проходит мастер-классы по шоколаду. Шоколад весь ручная работа, как шоколад от какао-баба.
One thing I really like about this town is that there's so many little places. Oh, my friend! Hello, hello!
Hello, my friend.
Ты что, телевизор украл, да?
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you, thank you. So I was saying that I really like this small town because they have so many of these little kind of museums and like gift shops, and then they have an area where they teach you to make the thing that they sell. So they've got like a gingerbread shop, and they've got a thing that's called a master class, and you can book a time, you can come along with your friends and they'll teach you how to make gingerbread. The same applies to the place I just went to there. They sell and make these different types of chocolate, and you can also book a time with your friends to come along and they'll teach you how to make the chocolate they make. Look how clean this car is. That's crazy. It's almost like they've moshed it here in the place that it's parked, because how is that possible? So I bought this chocolate from the chocolate shop that I just went to now, and I know who to give it to. I'm going to go take it to this girl that works here. She is absolutely stunning. Check out the icicles. Ha! Hanging over my garage. Scary, scary icicles. So unfortunately we didn't get to speak to as many people as I'd have liked to, because no one was really standing around. Everyone was walking, and it was very cold to stand around and do those interviews. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a part 2 of this video. I'm going to go and speak to as many people from the Soviet period as I possibly can. I've still got loads of Kinder eggs obviously in my car. If you do like this type of content, consider subscribing to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video.